I was right. I knew I was right, or at least what I prayed for is coming true. Or it's a rumor, or it's whatever. Hi, how's everybody doing? This is Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yee-haw. And today we're talking about a big rumor that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is getting a new game. After they were dropped by EA, sorry, that's not right. After EA and Star Wars no longer had an exclusivity deal, a lot of companies are coming out and they want to make Star Wars content. Obviously, I mean, there are a lot of great possibilities with Star Wars. I'm always surprised because Star Wars has never really lived up game-wise to what it could be. There have been some great Star Wars games, don't get me wrong, but it feels like we should have had so many more great Star Wars games. Anyway, let's get to this rumor, and let's talk about how this rumor, even possibly being fake, might lead to this game happening regardless, because a lot of people are talking about this. So, this came from the B.O.B. podcast. They report that a new installment of the fan-favorite RPG is in development, adding, it's not with EA, thank God, and we'll never guess what studio is taking on the project. First off, I am going to make some guesses about what studio I think has this game. Of course it's not with EA, and of course it's not with BioWare. You wouldn't want BioWare to have this game anyway. BioWare is terrible. Okay, and don't get me wrong, they didn't used to be. They are now. Amongst my digging, I heard there's a Knights of the Old Republic project in development somewhere. I talked to a couple people, and I also found out that Jason Schreier, Bloomberg reporter, said it's not with EA and will never guess who the studio is that's making the game. Okay, so if it's a we'll never guess situation, here are a couple reasons why we might never guess. One, it could be a studio we don't know about yet and we're just super surprised with. I mean, something that it could be is the new studio from the people who left BioWare. Mike Laidlaw and some people left BioWare and now they have a new studio. I'm blanking on the name of it right now, but they could be making an RPG. I kind of doubt it because I think they're going for a smaller game, but who knows? Another reason we could not guess is because it seems so unbelievable that there's no way it could happen. Like, I've said this for a while. It could be Kojima. Kojima is the kind of person I could see taking this on. It's not Nintendo. Is Nintendo? I mean, this is the great thing about a rumor like this. First off, none of it could be true. But also, it just gets your gears turning of, I mean, they could make a KOTOR for the Switch. They could be doing that. I mean, is it Square? Oh, the possibilities are endless. Okay. Continuing on, I don't know if the Bounty Hunter game is with them or if it's with Ubisoft. I'm pretty positive Ubisoft's open world game might be this Bounty Hunter game they've been talking about, but EA is working on stuff. Another unannounced game, which I have no idea what it is. I don't think it's Battlefield 3. Okay, so there's something here. And now that Lucasfilm's game label has, as it said, reestablished itself earlier this month with promises of new Star Wars games made by various partner companies like Ubisoft, including some upcoming games we knew about and others we don't, I mean, this is big. This is really, really big. Obviously, the people behind The Division are making an open-world Star Wars game, and The Division is a legit solid game. I would love to see a Star Wars game like that. So now I'm really curious about what it could be, especially when they say we'd never guess. I mean, is Blizzard involved? Is Capcom involved? What kind of studio would we never guess is going to take a swing at KOTOR? I feel like if it's someone we'd never guess, it might be someone who's not insanely well-known or known at all for role-playing games like a KOTOR. And maybe they're trying to make it a different style game. All I know is whatever BioWare would make out of it would be an absolute disaster right now. So would EA. I'm so happy that it is not with them. My guesses for this, if it's something we would never guess, I'm taking a wild guess, and I'm saying someone like Kojima or Nintendo or something like that. If it's someone we'd never guess getting the KOTOR license. Now, if they come out later and they say, it's Bethesda, I'd go, I could guess that. Why do you say I'd never guess it? I could easily guess that. But what do you think? Who do you think is making this game? Oh, and like I said earlier, I would love to know what you think in the chat about that. But also, whether or not this is true, it can become true if enough people get excited and get behind it. I know it seems weird, but if enough people hear this rumor and it circulates and they're excited about it, some studio could come out and go, yeah, we'll take a crack at that game. We'll take a crack at a game in the Knights of the Old Republic world, an RPG. I mean, everyone's excited for it, aren't they? So even if this news is fake, which it possibly could be, in a way, it could lead to a Star Wars game. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for listening or watching. I'll see you next time. Mwah!